Audio Jungle. Audio
Good afternoon, everybody. We welcome you to yet another edition of our podcast. This is episode 81 of the VWU Sports Podcast. We are so glad you are taking time out of your busy schedule to join us this evening. I am C. Carter. Joining beside me is Brandon, Jose, and Cody. And fellas,
let's get this started for those. Denver, after 47 years, you can fucking celebrate. The bar is filled with Denver Nuggets fans going crazy. And we also got jokers. Hello, everybody. Welcome to hell.
Now, I'll be the first one to tell you guys, first and foremost, congratulations to the Denver Nuggets. They beat the Miami Heat last night. I think the final score was 94-89.
It was.
And the Joker was the finals MVP.
To no surprise.
Mm-hmm. And the way how he performed, during these playoffs, I mean, a lot of triple doubles during this playoff run, and
that's a historic run because no one ever done that since Bolt fucking Chamberlain.
Absolutely. As you can see, I mean,
he can put up 600 points, nearly 270 rebounds, 190 assists, first on all those categories.
Yeah, that's saying something. That was a very great historic run. And I tell you guys what, you got to admit, first and foremost, you kind of figured this was the year because we have seen injuries taking its toll on the Nuggets throughout the past, and you knew sooner or later it's going to come full circle. Jamal Murray was celebrating out there in the court. I know there was a former Lakers player, KCP, I believe was the initials.
Tavius Caldwell Pope.
Yeah. And he was out there celebrating. Everyone was celebrating.
Yeah, including former Magic.
Everyone the
Magic
ball
player,
was
Aaron
there.
Gordon.
Everybody was there to celebrate. Russell Wilson and his wife, Peyton Manning.
So this is the Denver Nuggets' first NBA championship in their franchise history.
It is
47 years, and they finally won one. So,
and guess what? It has become the year of Crocky.
Well, yeah, Stan Kroenke. Basically, his family. I put that way because Kroenke's main attention was with the Rams.
I'm putting it like this when it comes to Stan Kroenke. You can go ahead and question his moves all you want. But when he makes a caliber team, he does not miss.
That is very, very true, Brandon. I mean, and make no question about it. I mean, this was a great run for the Denver Nuggets. They deserved it,
Yeah.
And also, let's not go too far because Miami, what a run they had.
AC going to the finals. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, what a great run they had. Unfortunately,
and here's the crazy
the
part. They
problem
did this
for Miami
without
was
Tyler Hero.
Wait a minute, one at a time. Go ahead, Brandon.
I was gonna say they did this without the one sharpshooter they got, and that's Tyler Hero.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't say that a lot.
That's true.
The problem that Miami had last night was every single time they threw a couple of shots, they would always hit bricks.
Well, I think also another thing to consider is that, Jimmy Butler was playing his heart out this series. And you know what? I said this last
can't
episode.
fault Jimmy Butler. You can't ask him to do more.
No, you're absolutely right, Brandon. And you know what? I said this last episode. I said that Mike Malone must have lit a fire under the Nuggets. And like I said, they beat Miami in games 3 and 4 quite handily, mind you. And then here, game 5, Miami put up a fight. They just came up short. And you know something? I want to say something about Jimmy Butler because Jimmy Butler had a great run. I just wish that Skip Bayless could keep his mouth shut. That's all I gotta say about that. He had nobody bringing up what's going on in Jimmy Butler's private life, and that's why he's struggling out there. That's none of our business. Neither is it his business. Now,
We're gonna move on.
hold on, because you remember 3 episodes ago
Mhm.
there was a bet. The
Yeah,
bet
but-
was that if the
Just-
Denver Nuggets won the NBA championship, they were going to celebrate. So
However,
What?
with that in mind, we're going to give Jose the floor and let him celebrate any
I'll just speak my mind out, right? Because
he fits. Any way he sees fit. Time for you to be a man of your word, Jose.
Yep.
So
out of respect, congrats to Denver, congrats to the Nuggets. All of them played their heart out. I'm not gonna lie about that. Throughout the first two games, I believe they were. Well, Miami was pushing there. Miami was actually keeping it close for the most part. That's a good. I'm gonna give it to Boston because they both.
That's like the entire series. They Miami hasn't made life on them.
I mean that's true. They haven't made it easy, and that's always a good thing. That's always a good thing that they both haven't gone easy because it is the finals. So you got to pull all the stops. And sure, there's going to be a bit of casualties, not the ones at the finals, but like
We get it.
yeah, injuries wise for the players.
mhm.
We get it.
Now here's the thing: if only here's the thing, Tyler Hero's injured, right?
He was,
Yes.
yeah.
Imagine if he wasn't.
I think we still
Could
be
we
talking
have
about the
seen-
series.
Yes, could we have seen a closer and more edge of your seat type finals, or you think it'll end up the same way?
Actually, we could. I think it's the first thing you just said because Tyler Hero is a sharpshooter. If there's anybody that could get the Heat closer to the Nuggets scoring wise, it's him.
Yeah, I was about to say this series would still be going.
Yeah, the series would still be going if he wasn't injured, but sadly he was, and well, look where we are now, right?
And I can safely say this. I can guarantee you, in the 23-24 season, it's gonna be Miami's year.
Mhm.
I doubt that because
Yeah, because Sports Center put out 2024 bets, and Denver Nuggets were on the top.
I mean that makes sense because of Jokic.
But the reason why I say that it's because think about this. The 23-24 season could be the redemption year of Tyler Hero because the injury in the playoffs.
Mhm.
After that, I really have nothing else to say except for Denver, get ready to bleed government green like the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh,
I mean, last night they were celebrating.
Yeah. Well, and Jose, you lived up to the bet. We thank you for celebrating. So
No
we
problem.
gotta keep this in mind, Cody. If the Colts lose more than 9 games this upcoming season, bottoms up. That's all I gotta say. Bottoms up because you're gonna be drinking.
However, I did talk about the celebration afterwards. They were
you've been drinking, haven't you?
no, I'm talking about casualties.
Oh,
Yeah, we'll talk about
Because
that after. We'll talk about that near Well, they'll probably not talk about this because we're not all about that. But here's my question: because we know Jokic is gonna stay in Denver, and
mhm.
Denver might lose a few pieces. My question is, who would be let go thanks to the championship tax, and how much money do you think Jokic is gonna get paid?
Jose, I think it's a little bit too soon to tell.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
I mean,
because Colorado, Denver hasn't even celebrated yet.
True, but here's the thing, right? Because we know Denver's going to be bleeding government green, and we know Jokic is going to be signed to a pretty heavy deal.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget about Jamal Murray because he played a part too.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, I think that we'll worry about that when the time comes. It's too soon right now.
Yeah,
Now, that reminds me. Next Thursday is the NBA draft, and
Also next Thursday is this guy's graduation from high
he's
school.
graduating from high school.
yeah.
More power to him. So next Thursday, is the NBA draft, and I'm just gonna be God pronouncing this guy's name. Victor Wembanyama is projected.
Wembanyama.
He is projected to be the number 1 overall draft pick by the San Antonio Spurs.
I don't know.
That's
a stretch.
That's a too soon. That's one of those too soon to call ordeals because, I mean, you could. I mean, he does have the qualities of being a first round pick. That I'm not gonna argue on. He does have it.
But the Spurs.
Well, San Antonio does have the number 1 overall draft pick coming up in the draft, so
That's true.
now. Also, because he was
quite honest, I thought the Rockets were going to be number 1 seed because of their records, but
well, that's usually what happens when you do the lottery. Now, also, let me just read this from ESPN. 19 players have received invitations to attend the 2023 NBA draft and sit in the green room. Sources tell ESPN. Victor Wembanyama, Brandon Miller, Scoot Henderson. What a name, by the way. Amen Thompson. That's his name. Amen.
Amen Thompson.
Amen Thompson. Ansar Thompson. Cameron Whitmore. Jerace Walker. Anthony Black. Taylor Hendricks. And Grady Dick. That's his name.
Wait, what?
Dick.
Grady Dick.
Mm-hmm. Received the first batch of 10 invites.
Insert 18 plus joke here, please.
Oh my God.
No.
Don't do it.
Insert Tom Brady's first name here.
Oi.
Now, hold on, because also getting invites was Balan Bali.
Spell out his name.
Bilal.
ELL.
Kasem Wallace, Nick Smith, Derek Lively. Or is it Lively? The second. Kobe Buffkin, Jalen Hood, Scafino, Jet Howard, Jordan Hawkins, and Keontae Ford. I got a question. What happened to names such as John and Bill and Joe and Bob? I remember just some of these names are easier to pronounce, man. But these are the men.
Damn it.
Yeah, but these men are going to be in the green room on next Thursday's NBA draft. And, there's no telling how this is going to end up. Now, shifting gears, and we're going to go to the football field.
We did talk about Stan Kroenke.
Well, we'll worry about Stan Kroenke later. But,
you sure about that? Because he's joining the sports arena development group.
Oh yeah, that's right. Stan Kroenke is joining the group that's trying to build a brand new arena in San Diego.
Has there been any concepts?
Yes, there is. It's on from Fox 5.
The MLS team, I think.
Well, the MLS team is going to be playing at the Snapdragon Stadium. This is a basketball. This is a multi-sport arena they're getting ready to build.
Oh.
Oh, so we might have a home for the Chargers.
if the Chargers are a basketball team.
Oh,
But
Oh,
here's
I
the
mean,
thing.
what would you call them? The Chargers. Chargers got balls.
Stop it.
Well, I know in NBA 2K they had a basketball team from San Diego called the San Diego Sails. Oh, not San Diego Sails, San Diego Surf. So
isn't that it? Wait a
what
minute.
happened?
Oh no, I thought that was WNBA. No, that's different.
Mm-mm. Now, let me go ahead and shift gears to the
Yeah.
NFL. Dalvin Cook got his walking papers from Minnesota.
So,
Ah,
So he is released by the Vikings. I have no idea. Boy, the Vikings must be putting must be getting ready to put a whole lot of pressure on.
Also, Adrian Amos is signing with the Jets.
Hold on. That we'll get the Packers East in a minute, but I think here's the thing. Davin Cook, he says that he's in no hurry. He's in no rush to sign. He says he wanted to be valued, which is totally understandable. But sadly, however, we're living in a world where the running back's career is not lasting too long. Usually a running back's career is really short. Because especially if you have to run on turf. So their careers are usually short. They don't last that long. But Davin Cook says he's in no hurry. He will prioritize, he says, and I quote this, and this was on the Rich Eisen show. Cook said he would prioritize fit for me and my family and an organization that values him when he does pick a new team. So where could he possibly end up? I mean, any team that needs a running back.
well, I'm gonna try and think of a shade team.
there are a few teams I could think of. It has a bit of a running back problem.
Yeah, but I rather find a shitty team just to see him suffer.
Oh, dear God.
Now, also, Odell Beckham Jr. Debuts for the Ravens.
Yeah, but it's only for this year only.
But usually it's kind of like a make it or break it year. So if he does well, they probably might give him an extension, and if he does poorly, then they're gonna tell him to hit the road. But I tell you
Here's
what,
the thing.
Lamar Jackson got some weapons now.
Here's
You
the thing.
know,
Here's the thing. It's OBJ, so he might get an injury here. So he might have a long-term injury sooner or later. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think most people would probably think of him as probably damaged goods. That's one way of looking at it.
Oh, speaking of damaged goods, it is once again we're talking about the Albany Empire because Antonio Brown got kicked out of a hotel over noise and marijuana use.
Do we even need to talk about him?
Yes. Anyways, moving along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that obviously. Oh, great, nice work, Cody. You made me forget what I was talking about. Oh yeah. There are many places. But Odell Beckham, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah,
You
OBJ.
He probably might. That's Lamar Jackson got some weapons now in Baltimore, and anything less than the playoffs would be a huge disappointment. Because if you look at the AFC North, of course you got the Bengals, and then you don't know when Deshaun Watson is going to be able to rebound and give everything he got to make the Browns at least competitive. And I think the Steelers are still in rebuild mode. So Baltimore has a chance to probably might make some noise in the AFC. That is if Packers East doesn't go around and pick up more Packers players and bring them over to New York. The Jets are pretty much saying this is it. This is gonna be an all-in year for us because they're pretty much signing everyone from Green Bay.
Here's the thing, because I actually kind of want to talk about this real quick.
Sure.
When the Rodgers trade was finalized and he's in the Jets now, I see him as damaged goods. I don't know about you, but I see him as damaged goods because I don't think he's gonna. Because the thing, I'm not saying that Rodgers is good. Is not a good player. He is a good quarterback. He's a good quarterback. It's just that
You just think you think there's going to be another Brett Favre situation.
it's the Jets. It's the quarterback graveyard.
Well, let's see. The New York Jets, they haven't been good in so long.
But here's the thing.
I guess you could say the last time the Jets were good, Joe Namath was the quarterback, and that was way back during the 60s.
Not only that, but but if you're going to go recent years, the only time they got close to the playoffs is with Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Hey, yeah.
And going back, when they had Mark Sanchez, the only time the Jets went up to is the AFC Championship. So, so if you ask me, the only thing they need is the bit of a push.
And I don't think.
And here's the thing. The former Packers are with the Jets now. Aaron Rodgers, Tim Boyle, Allen Lazard. Sorry, that was a bug near me. Randall Cobb, Malik Taylor, Billy Turner, Adrian Amos, Nathaniel Hackett.
Well, Nathaniel Hackett, I think Coach Jose loves to jump on Nathaniel Hackett every chance he get.
Yeah.
No, but he's
But here's the
coordinator.
thing. Here's the thing. He's the offensive coordinator, so we know that it's gonna be Saks. It's gonna be we're gonna be opening we're gonna be opening up Saxwork Airport.
Oh God.
And let's fly this sad jet all the way to I don't know.
If you people thinking there was more in NFL than is what is it? Spring training's over for the whole summer.
Hold on, Cody. Also, let me since we're still talking about Jets, because the Jets have to understand that the AFC East is not going to be easy because Buffalo is still there and Miami is still there. New England is a question mark, but I think Mac Jones is ready for year 3.
I don't think New England is going to be a problem as long as you have better players than them and they somehow shoot themselves in the foot constantly.
Mm-hmm.
They're nothing but a stepping stone.
Yeah,
but let's not forget though, Patriots always control the Jets.
Of course,
I think also it's something to consider. I mean, this is we got ourselves a pretty loaded free agency pool now because DeAndre Hopkins is still out there. Devin Cook is now out there. So there's no telling how this whole thing's going to end up. Go ahead, Cody.
There is more football news. I forgot. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are bringing back their creamsicle throwback uniforms in Week 6. The Browns have revealed their new logo. That being this, it was revealed on the Pat McAfee show.
Why does that look like something off of a logo making website?
I thought you were gonna say Rick Steiner.
No.
What?
The less said about him, the better.
And then the XFL is in a lot of shit.
Well, I think even The Rock knew what he was getting himself into.
Because
it was reported that they lost $60 million.
Yeah, holy fuck. They announced that the week of NEX, the Vegas Vipers head coach, he's out.
But not surprising, they were the worst team in the league. But
let's be fair, the XFL actually finished their season.
Yeah, they finished the season. But here's the thing. And I think the USFL is learning that themselves. Nobody's interested in spring football. Nobody. I'm sorry if you're shocked by that, but nobody's interested in spring football. I mean, no one's interested. They just want fall football. That's it. That's all. That's enough for them.
Unless the football teams are associated with the NFL teams in their respective states, then it would be something. But I'm not pushing it. It.
Now, also, I don't know if you all noticed it or not, but Tom Grassi is doing a fundraiser 30 and 30.
You did know that.
Yeah, 30 and 30.
And I know recently, I kind of like the one he did for Washington, with the football
Oh,
team.
hey there. It's your
Mm.
friend Wildflower Turquoise.
And the character Wildflower.
Yeah, Wildflower
And
Turquoise.
he thought the Washington Monument was like a big stick he wanted to pick it up and take home.
Oh,
Mm.
God damn it.
But not forget, he was also on the Pat McAfee show, and it's an interesting listen. I'll if you got the time, definitely listen to it.
Yeah, and I think I like what he's doing because he's doing this fundraiser for St. Jude.
Yeah.
So I really like that he's doing it and he's reaching out, and the folks are pretty much paying in. I know when he was in Pittsburgh, Urinane Tree.
Yes, the Pisswasser.
Mhm, was there, and they did a tour of Heinz Field, and Urinane Tree was having a conversation with them, and they was having like a little get together. Fans came out, and they celebrated. So there's no telling. Kind of makes me wish there was a stadium near here so that Tom Glass would come visit. Maybe he'll visit New Orleans is on this ticket, so he probably might go there, and maybe Jacob will have a chance to see him. Let's go ahead and head to the Diamond, fellas.
Oh yeah.
What I'm holding.
Well, I was gonna say with that holding, there may be some fucking news. It is once again time for another episode of VWU Sports versus Court. And this is a long list of shit. VWU Sports faces July 1st deadline with the Cleveland Guardians payment. There's going to be many as 5 MLB teams that could be dropped by MLB, the Diamond Sports by over the next month. The Twins await their decision fate with VWU Sports Store. And Dwight TV is going to try to renew their deal. Yeah, this is a laundry list of shit.
Not only that, but we got the Subway Series coming up.
Oh, are you okay? What happened? Did you hit yourself in the balls?
No, he hit himself in the knee.
No, I hurt myself in the knee with the back end of Brandon's baseball bat. Ow.
Let's go leave a mark. Now,
Yeah.
Let me also
What's
just
that? You could have heard the wood tang.
yeah, I heard a ping. Now, also let me go ahead and bring this up. The Nevada Senate, they just passed a $380 million bill to help fund the new A's stadium in Las Vegas. So now it's heading out to the state house, and if that goes through, that goes up to the governor, and if the governor signs the bill, that means that Nevada's gonna be on the hook to help pay for a $1 billion baseball stadium in Las Vegas. Like I said, Cody is trying to be Dr. Evil from Powers.
I'll say that there's if I bring one score and I won't talk, there is actually a delay going on in the Braves Tigers game.
Weather delay?
Saturday, yes.
Yay! Rain!
That's Atlanta.
It's bound to happen. Let's go ahead and dive into the scores.
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, and just as expected, yeah, because there's rain near me. Like I'm getting that rain.
Anyways, as we go dive into Baltimore at Camden Yards, the game just started as the Blue Jays lead 1-0 over
Baltimore.
Over the O's.
Be careful, Brandon. Okay.
I know.
Yeah.
We have an 0-5. I think this is no. We have a 2007 World Series rematch between Colorado and Boston at Fenway Park,
And
now it's tied, and it's no score in the second inning. And look at this! What we got here at Citi Field.
We got a battle of New Yorkers.
Yeah, the Subway Series.
The Subway Series, yes, all it's knotted up at 1 in the bottom of the first.
By the way, you can catch that game on TBS.
Here's the thing: if there's more rain coming tonight in Detroit and near me, I'm thinking the Braves and Detroit may get postponed and we get a doubleheader.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll
we
see.
also
We'll
got
see.
a rain delay in Chicago between the Pirates and the Cubs.
Oh yeah, right.
Field. And also
Mhm,
coming
so-
off, we got a game going on at Target Field as the Twins play host to the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yes, I thought I'd say opening pitch should be around 12 minutes. Should be in around 12 minutes. Also,
Yeah.
we got coming up later on. We got the
Yep.
Nationals and the Astros. They're going to do battle at Minute
Oh
Maid
yeah,
Park.
Minute Maid Park.
Now,
This is gonna get interesting.
also we got the Miami Marlins. I mean, boy, what a season they're having so far.
Oh, no kidding.
It's
And,
not that
and they're,
bad
and
so
they're going
far.
to be playing at T-Mobile Park, where it's going to be the host site of this year's All-Star game.
They're playing against the Mariners.
Yeah.
Now, I tell you another team that's streaking, and it's going to be shocking to you. The Oakland A's are on a 6-game winning streak.
I mean, that it's not necessarily a surprise considering the fact of the record. And then they're going to be playing host to the Tampa Bay Rays, which is,
Yeah.
What happened to the tank?
I don't know what happened to the tank. We got a score update. Mets just scored a run. It's 2-1 in the bottom of the first.
that's not a surprise here.
Mhm.
And coming up later, we got the Guardians going to Petco Park to play against San Diego.
Mhm. We also have
And-
coming up, we got the Giants and the Cardinals. They're going to do battle at Busch.
Oh yeah, Busch Stadium.
Whoosh.
It's Bush.
And also, we got coming up at Kauffman Stadium. It's the Reds playing against the Kansas City Royals.
And also, we got coming up, we got the Angels and the Rangers.
Down at Globe Life Park.
hmm
Yes.
And they call it Globe Life Field, but I do see your point.
Yeah.
Going on at Chase Field, we got the Phillies and the Diamondbacks. You know, Arizona is having an amazing one so far to
Yeah,
start the season.
and this is the strange part. They did this without their former rival pitcher, Madison Bumgarner.
hmm
It's like you paid him all this much only because you want him to be what he was.
Players advertised, right?
Yeah. And then you got what just happened to him. Like, what changed?
yeah.
Like, you know?
hmm
Does he just want the money?
I don't think so. He's the way he's pitching. It's like it's not like his former self. Like
That is true. We got in the nightcap. We got the White Sox and the Dodgers over at Dodger Stadium.
Yes.
Now, as we take a look at the standings real quick, first and foremost, Tampa Bay is still leading that division, but everyone else is beginning to catch up with them.
Yeah.
Even
and
Texas?
Is it in the AFC East?
Okay,
AL.
sorry.
I mean, the AL East. AL East.
But Baltimore. Well, the Yankees starting the streak, but Baltimore though, 4-game winning streak. I don't know if they're gonna keep this up, but all I can say is, if you're the Yankees in Baltimore, you better start catching up that heat. Because when we get near the playoffs, this is where you don't miss.
Absolutely. We got going on in the AL Comedy Central. Minnesota is the only team that is at 500 in that division.
But don't sleep on Cleveland or the White Sox, because even though they're not at a winning pace, they're trying to keep this competitive.
Yeah, I didn't know it was gonna be. Just didn't know it was that bad. That division is that bad. In the AL West, Texas is leading that division, but Houston and the Angels are keeping it close.
I'm telling you, don't sleep on Houston if you're Texas, because they're gonna start putting up a streak,
Yeah,
and they may dominate the West again.
yeah.
And if you're the
also,
Angels, keep
yeah,
close.
also, especially, I think the Rangers are still a little hurt, considering that Jacob deGrom is out for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Tommy
Thanks
John.
thanks to his Tommy John surgery. So I'm pretty sure they have an idea of next man up, but they better figure out to do something to hold off Houston. I know it's early, but like you said, Brandon, don't count Houston out.
Exactly.
Otherwise, you're going to regret it when the season's over. Over in the NL, Atlanta is leading that division. Miami is right behind them. The Mets are sitting in fourth place in the NL East, and you're trying to wonder, did low Mets come early this year?
I don't
Yep.
think so. I don't think so because you can see how injured they are in some degree, but at the same time, this is where if you're the Mets, you better pull some strings. I don't care how, but you got to pull some strings right now. If you're Buck Showalter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Would you consider Buck Showalter to be on the hot seat?
A little bit, but not a lot.
You did say Pirates and Cubs are going on. No, they are not. I am watching the Marquee Sports Network. They don't start till 7:05.
As I was saying, Buck Showalter is not in the hot seat. He might get some heat, but I don't see him being in the hot seat just yet.
Hold on, Brandon. Cody.
What?
What time did you say the
7:05.
Is that Eastern or Central?
Central. Because they're having the Nissan breakdown at the moment.
Just checking. We know how bad you are with time zones. So just checking. Over in the NL Central, Pittsburgh and Milwaukee pretty much trading places at this point. Jose's favorite team to hate is only 3.5 games behind.
Wait, what?
The Reds he's talking about.
So
was towards the owner.
I like the players. I just don't like the person running it. The damn thing. You get me?
Yeah, we got you. And over in the NL West, Arizona, they won 6 in a row.
And this is where you gotta think, what the hell is happening? Because this is where you just don't think a lot.
Now we know that Arizona has always been, hot and cold, kind of like a hot and cold team.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're hot and sometimes they're cold. Remember, about a couple of seasons ago, the Diamondbacks were pretty much a dumpster fire. The tank to end all tanks. But anytime when forgive me for my language, but I still remember that year when the Diamondbacks just flat out sucked. During the Trees All-Star review that year, he used a clip of which I know he got from a soccer team. And forgive me for my language, but they started a chant that says, "We'll fucking shit. We'll fucking shit.
Look at this moron over here.
We'll fucking shit. We'll fucking shit."
Look at this moron over here.
But the Diamondbacks have turned it around. The Diamondbacks have turned it around, but don't count out the Dodgers. They're still there. They're only 4 games behind.
I was saying don't sleep on the Dodgers or San Francisco because as young team as they are, when they got some pieces like the former Met Michael Conforto, a bunch of other pieces around it. It's like you just better hope that those two teams in California just don't pass you.
San Diego.
Yeah, San Diego
just need to wake up.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're in 4th.
There's news. They're taking the carts off the tarp one by one in the Tigers game.
So we're gonna resume playing a little bit, right?
Yeah. Well, let's hope there's not storms, but there's probably some rain.
As long as it's not a lot, we can resume play. So that's what matters.
This is the rain that came from last Sunday, and it's like a whoop.
Well, let's see. So we're still in the middle of a rain delay between Pittsburgh and Chicago and the Cubs. I know you said, Jose. I know you said, Cody, that the game is supposed to start at 7:05.
Yeah. Also,
wait a minute. Yeah, that's right. But 8:05 Eastern, 7:05 Central. So
Yeah.
they're just hoping that the rain would just pass by. Um,
Yeah, because guess what? I'm getting white footage. It is a soaker.
mm.
I could show a camera. Could show
Now
the camera.
let's head on off to
Hockey.
golf. Well, hold off on hockey. We'll go head off into golf because we got some update on the LIV PGA Tour merger.
And the
For those
investigation.
who-
Well, I wouldn't say tour. I would say investigation.
Well, I was about to bring that up because there's a senator that wants to have an investigation into this merger and wants to take away the PGA Tour's
Right?
yeah. Basically, because they're doing a deal with the Saudis, and the commissioner said, the main reason why they're doing this merger, simply put, he's being honest. They can't afford to go head up with the LIV tour because remember, we brought up last episode, they got a boatload of money that can sue you for days, and they got lawyers on the payroll. So,
Oh boy.
and I know some of the players are still not too happy. They feel betrayed. I understand it.
But they gotta know. It's like, yeah, money talks, but timing is just.
Mm-hmm.
You at least let them know ahead of time.
Yeah, in fact, the been Masters champion John Rahm. I'm just going with Ram. John Ram said some PGA Tour players felt a little bit of betrayal from management in the wake of the announced alliance of the tour, the DP World Tour, and Saudi Arabia's Public Investment Fund. It gets to the point to where you want to have faith in management, Ram said during his U.S. Open news conference Tuesday. I want to have faith that this is the best case for us, but that's clearly not the consensus.
Oh shit!
So you can already feel that there's gonna be something called trouble in paradise. That is really something to consider. And like I brought up last week, they could have given the players full warning instead of having them find out the same way we found out, watching the news. They could have given the players full warning, but they didn't. And because they didn't, we got this. So, they got to figure out what to do. They got to figure out to do something. Probably find somebody to smooth this over. So that makes me see. I know they got a lot of things to work out. They also got to make sure that Congress doesn't take your antitrust thing away from you. Like I said, the tarp is still out there in the field in Chicago. Still raining out there?
Yes, you can see it.
I smell a postponement coming.
Yeah.
Well, not from Chicago. Maybe from Detroit.
Well, let's go ahead and get to the ice because there's a chance the Stanley Cup could be awarded tonight.
Wait.
Yes.
There is news.
This is from
there is news from the tower up on Cumberland Park. We are currently in a communication with MLB to determine an estimated start time for the Tigers game. We'll share information as it becomes available.
Now,
Anyways.
yes. Now then, we get ourselves ready for Game 5 of the Stanley Cup Final between the Florida Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights.
And me and Miguel talked about this. So Miguel, what did you say that was gonna happen between Vegas and Florida? Game 5. This is tonight.
I don't fucking remember, but
Didn't you say that this was gonna be extended, or do you want it to end?
yeah, I wanted to extend. But listen,
Well, there was one thing that did happen in the finals for the first time ever. Would you like some overtime?
Oh dear. Yes, we did have overtime. We did have overtime game. I think that was either game 3 or game 4. That went into overtime. I think that was game 3 that went.
Yeah, game 4 didn't have overtime.
But either
I
way
should
goes,
know.
Vegas has a chance to win their first Stanley Cup in franchise history.
And we can see it first. We saw for the first time. Remember, Denver won their first title in 47 years. Vegas could become a champion.
Yeah, in 6 years.
Now, so it's gonna be interesting. Now, the Panthers, they're not discussing whether or not if Matthew Tkachuk is going to be playing this evening. So they haven't discussed that yet. It hasn't been
I'm
revealed.
saying this: if the Panthers want to extend the series, they better let Matthew Tkachuk play, because if they don't, they're in trouble.
The
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
Basically, this series is over.
I mean, like last night, anything can happen.
And I know that Panthers captain Alexander Barkov said
Alexander Barkov.
Kachuk's absence will be felt in a must-win game. He's a top player in this league. He's a huge player for our team. No matter what, I think everyone has to step up a little bit and play a little better than we've been. So, and that, you know what? He is not wrong.
Yeah.
Because
Barkov says it real, because this is the Stanley Cup Finals. You better step up before you get stepped on.
Yeah,
Badly.
absolutely.
I mean, heck, I will say about.
Hold on, Cody. I was about to say, obviously, Brandon has watched a little bit too much AEW. Got that from Blackpool Comeback Club.
Not really.
Nah.
Nah.
I think the fact of the matter is, this is gonna be an interesting. This is gonna be an interesting game. Now, the question is, can Florida force a game 6? Game 6, if necessary, is gonna be Friday back in
yeah, but here's the
Sunrise.
problem. After game 4, you know, who saw the fucking fight that also happened afterwards?
Oh yeah, there
was a fight.
There was a fight.
Not only rats, they threw water bottles.
What the hell?
Hold up. We had skirmish.
Yes, Abuaha.
Uh-oh.
What happened?
I think that.
I mean, if anyone did see game 4's ending, there was a fight. I think there was some referees that had to break it up. There was a lot of rats that was thrown, a lot of water bottles.
That's a full-blown riot. What the hell?
Yeah, but I think.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Vegas won, and then the fight happened.
But here's the thing: when you're playing in Florida and they seeing one of their players getting screwed, you're darn right there's gonna be a fight. And pretty much everyone of them.
But what happened there was no fight. That's a full-blown riot.
Especially when you start having fans throwing stuff on the ice. I'm not talking about what they used to do when they threw teddy bears on the ice for charity.
I'm talking about rats.
Now, staying in hockey, I do have some news to report. First and foremost, get that Monopoly man, because a team just got sold.
What?
The Senators, right?
Yeah. Michael Anlor is purchasing the Ottawa Senators for, and I'm gonna make sure I got this total right, $950 million. Almost $1 billion. Almost $1 billion. Still reigning in Chicago, I see.
Yeah.
But yeah, almost $1 billion, and this team is being sold from the family of Eugene Melnick, being sold to this guy. Now, I believe that's a hefty price tag. I mean, that's all there is to it. I've never seen a price tag that high since, well, the Commander's about to get sold for $6.5 billion. So, I mean, the sports teams ain't cheap. I mean,
No.
Rock can tell you that. He's losing $60 million to the XFL alone. So,
I'll say
teams
this
ain't cheap.
much. No, but I'll say this much, though. Oh, boy. Where'd he go?
Oh, no. Don't tell me. Folks, we're having some technical difficulties. Just hold on. Be patient.
Dion Carter, if he's like crashed.
Oh, there he is.
What happened?
I pressed the wrong button. There we go.
No,
Carter Spicerville!
no, Carter, keep your camera on.
Yeah.
What happened there?
We have everyone here.
What
Yeah,
happened?
okay. Now,
Carter's first face reveal, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, stop it, Hagen.
Hey, buddy,
Now-
clap.
Now, I'll go ahead and finish what I was saying.
Yeah.
Also, let me also go ahead and bring this up. Cause this is what I was trying to go for. I was trying to go for some other news, and I pressed the wrong button.
I thought for a second your power went out again.
No, I
Congrats.
just
You're
pressed the
done
wrong
goofy, my
button.
friend.
The Rangers have hired a brand new head coach.
Really?
Yeah. Peter, like you said, Peter Lavallee.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the former head coach of the Washington Capitals. So
Was he the guy that got the Capitals their first championship against Vegas? Or was it
that
some
was
other?
Batty Trotz.
So some other guy then.
Yeah.
Got it.
Mm-hmm. Barry Trotz was the one that helped the Capitals win their first Stanley Cup. By the way, Barry Trotz is now going to be the new general manager for the Nashville Predators. More power to him. But overall, though, as we get ready to head towards the end of this program, we're heading towards the end of this program. Before we do get to the end of this program, I just want to bring this up that this has been a great NBA season we saw.
Yeah.
So you pretty much
Jokic, MVP, well deserved.
Mm-hmm. So you can pretty much bet that the free agency market is going to be full.
Yeah.
And teams, they're going to be paying big money.
Yeah.
The only question is now. The only question is, can Brooklyn just get themselves right during this offseason?
Yeah, so.
Hold on just a moment. I got to bring in another person to the stream.
Oh, the Jamal?
Yeah, it is. Here we go.
Oh, boy.
Here we fucking go.
All right, then, Jamal, the floor is yours. By all means, have it.
We all know this was coming.
First of all, shout out to the Denver Nuggets for winning themselves an NBA championship and showing how Miami looks stupid in the process. That's what you get for giving the team 10 days to prepare for you. Stupid motherfuckers.
Hey, you gotta give it to Miami. Being the only 8 seed to play in the NBA final, that's no easy feat.
That is fair, but it also says a lot about those number 1 seeds. Man, y'all suck. Maybe.
I mean, perhaps Milwaukee, if the big week didn't get hurt so much, maybe perhaps we'll have a different conversation.
But at the same time, it gets old to just toss out the injury excuse over and over again. Play good.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have your star player, at some point, it gets old to use the injury excuse. Start playing good and you won't have to have that problem.
I'll say this much, though. Next year, Miami could win it all because this could be Tyler Hero's redemption year.
I doubt it.
I also doubt it, too. Also, shout out to Zion Williamson for getting shackled up with a porn star. That's crazy.
Oh!
Whoa, man.
Hey, look, I'm going to be honest and be fair. As a man who doesn't have his money, I would do the same shit. But at the same time, NDAs are a thing. And so are condoms. Don't raw dick a porn star, you nasty freak.
Oh, I guess he wasn't a Trojan man.
No. And Jose Miguel called Zion a mutant for the way he's
Can we
playing.
move on from this now?
I think we're having a conversation which Jose is too young to hear about. So
No, I'm 18. I just don't want to hear it at all.
yeah, fair enough. And we thank Jamal for calling it. Oh, okay, he's fine.
Yeah.
That's not the only one. There we go.
Oh, there he goes.
Oh, no.
He
he's
just
back.
muted himself, I think.
Oh, my apologies. I think that may have triggered StreamYard to immediately kick me.
We don't have a board of directors here in the sports podcast. It's just three motherfuckers in a bar.
Yeah.
So I apologize, StreamYard. I would not be doing raw activities with a corn star in GTA.
Jamal, don't mind it. We don't have board directors here. You can say everything what the fuck you want.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Oh no, I'm done here. Congratulations to Denver, Miami. Y'all need to play better next season. You might
And
not
of
get.
course, you
You might not get it next season.
Yeah, as I said, as expected, WWE is getting the Denver Nuggets a championship belt. It's pretty much a tradition.
Yeah.
Oh, God damn it, the comments.
The same design because
Times
it's always
have
the same.
changed.
Now let's move on.
Mhm.
Times have
But
changed.
gee, I wonder if that Zion Williamson film is gonna be on the next Pornhub.
Oh, God.
no.
Now, I haven't heard an updates on when Tigers game will be starting. I've just seen the updates, so I'm guessing Cubs are gonna start in a couple minutes. So if there's not, I mean, Cubs today are celebrating the annual Pride celebration in Wrigley Field today. So.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that reminds me. Do you guys remember Anthony Bass?
Oh God.
Well,
Why?
he well at first, he said, "Well, I don't think what I posted was wrong." I said,
Uh-oh.
Blue Jay said, "Okay, that's fair. We're going to send you down." So he was designated for assignment. In other words, he's released.
I figured as much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's some good news. The tarp has officially been pulled.
For some odd reason, Cody's got his right hand going like as if he's jerking something.
No, no.
No, damn it. No, but news is tarp has been pulled out the field for the Tigers game.
On Comerica part.
So it looks like I said everybody get ready to.
Yeah, they're gonna get started.
All right. Well, with that in mind, because we do gotta get ourselves ready, because in about 5 minutes the puck is gonna drop in Las Vegas for Game 5 of the Stanley Cup.
Oh yeah. Next week, maybe figuring out.
Yep. For our fans who went through our shit last week.
Hold on, Cody. Let Brandon talk.
Yeah, as I just said, next week we may as well just find out who the next champions be.
Who knows? We may be here next Tuesday talking about the Vegas Knights becoming champions.
Yeah, that is true. That series is going to be over by the time we air this. By the time we come back next week, we'll discuss the finals. We get ourselves ready for the NHL offseason, the NBA offseason. The NBA draft is coming up next Thursday.
Yeah, and we got next month the All-Star game up in Seattle, Washington, in T-Mobile Park.
Absolutely, and we hope that you join us there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for taking time out of your business.
May also around that time we may find out who's going to be in the home run derby.
Absolutely, ladies and gentlemen, we thank you so much for tuning in this evening. We thank you so much for taking time out of your business to be here this evening. So,
Got to mention that Conor McGregor actually knocked out the Miami Heat mascot.
Oh!
Let's hope that mascot's doing better. For
Man, he's gone.
Yeah,
anyways.
Jose, for Brandon, for Cody. I'm just gonna say, everybody, take care of yourselves and each other. We'll see you on down the road.
See you next week, folks. We'll probably be having Vegas Knights fans here next week.
Oh, we'll see.
Shut up, Hagen.